You know that awkward little standoff at the front door when the guests show up while you are still elbow deep in butter and panic? That is not a mistake. That is basically a rite of passage for anyone running a private kitchen. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Early arrivals are not villains. They're just excited people who read the invitation and got a little too enthusiastic about snacks. Your job is not to punish them. Your job is to redirect that energy somewhere useful. Firmness is not the same as rudeness, even though a lot of chefs mix those up like salt and sugar. Firm means you say the plan clearly. Rude means you make someone feel like a problem for existing near your stove. Think of your kitchen like a movie set. The guests are not allowed to wander into the green room before the director says action. You would not walk into a Marvel set and start touching the props, so treat your prep space with the same force field energy. A simple line works wonders here, something like, "You are so early, I love the enthusiasm. Let me get you settled with a drink while I finish this masterpiece." That sentence does two jobs at once. It complements them and it moves them out of your workspace without drama. Now, let us talk mechanics for a second because this is where the 5th grade math comes in handy. If your prep timeline is built for a 6 o'clock arrival and someone shows up at 5:30, that is 30 minutes of chaos you did not budget for, and 30 minutes matters when you are searing protein. This is why smart caterers build in a buffer, usually 15 to 20 minutes, almost like a cushion on a trampoline, so nobody gets hurt when they land early. It is not overkill, it is just rational thinking dressed up as scheduling. A lot of new private chefs think politeness means letting the early bird hang out in the kitchen chatting while you cook, and that is where things go sideways fast. Distraction is the silent killer of dinner parties, more dangerous than any burnt garlic could ever be. History actually backs this up. Old school French kitchens had a strict rule called mise en place, everything in its place, and that included keeping non-cooking staff completely out of the actual cooking zone. That is not snobbery, that is just 400 years of chefs learning the hard way that chaos and precision do not share a countertop. Doubt creeps in for a lot of newer chefs here. They worry that redirecting a guest will make them seem unfriendly or too controlling. But here's the twist. Guests actually respect confidence way more than they respect someone who looks flustered and unsure while juggling a hot pan. Community forums for private chefs are full of this exact story. Someone posts about early arrivals almost every week like it is a full moon phenomenon, and the advice is always shockingly consistent. Be warm, be quick, be clear, and never apologize for protecting your workflow. Let us zoom out for a second because this whole situation is basically a tiny lesson in boundaries that applies way beyond cooking. You are allowed to be kind and still say, "not yet" or "not here." Those two ideas are not enemies, they are teammates. The setup usually looks like this: greet warmly, offer a drink or a seat, give a real-time estimate, then disappear back into your zone like a ninja with a whisk. Simple, repeatable, and it protects both the guest experience and the food quality at the same time. Optimism time. Once you practice this a few times, it stops feeling like conflict and starts feeling like choreography, almost like a dance you already know the steps to. The awkwardness fades, the confidence grows, and suddenly early guests just become a fun little warm-up instead of a crisis. So next time someone rings that doorbell 20 minutes too soon, you already know the move. Warm smile, clear boundary, back to the stove. Do you want to learn more about how we help chefs, private chefs, and caterers handle real kitchen moments like this? Check out our links in the description.